problem for me in World of Warcraft, right now, is they're releasing so much, like, it's so weird in World of Warcraft. It's so confusing. Like, it's hard for me to wrap my brain up around, like, how stupid it is what they're doing in World of Warcraft right now. So, whenever we get a new patch with, like, a new raid tier, Blizzard then release a new version of World of Warcraft. Like, almost, like, 2 to 3, maybe 4 weeks afterwards. And by that time, my guild has just cleared Heroic. And usually, we've cleared it once. Then this new version of World of Warcraft, whether it's Season of Discovery, whether it's another classic hardcore, whether it's Mr. Pandaria time remix or whatever it is, whether it's Plunderstorm, there's so many different things in World of Warcraft that they're releasing. And they usually release it 1 month after a raid tier. Like, literally 1 month. And what this does is everyone from my guild goes, oh, they've released this new thing. Let's try out this. And by this point, they've killed the heroic boss, the final heroic boss, usually. And they go and play this new version of World of Warcraft. And suddenly, once that's all done, because it usually fizzles out after about 2 to 4 weeks, they come back and they're like, well, I don't want to go back to that raid we've already killed. Nah, I'll just take a break until the next raid tier. And in 6 months' time, when we get the next patch, the cycle starts again. And this is how Blizzard has single-handedly, like, destroyed raiding guilds. They've just absolutely fucked raiding guilds. Like, every single raiding guild is suffering as a direct result of Blizzard's poor release schedule. Genuinely. There's too much stuff coming out in World of Warcraft that players are feeling disenfranchised and not really part of the game anymore. Like, we can't get the chance to actually do the raids anymore because a new part of World of Warcraft comes out. And then suddenly everyone's jumping on that. Then once that's done, they don't want to come back and deal with the old raid boss. There's no satisfaction for them anymore. They can just buy a raid kill if they want to. It's like the feeling, the satisfaction of like grinding that raid boss for months and months and months so you can eventually get, you know, a good 6 to 9 bosses killed in Mythic. You can really, grind it down, work hard over a long period. The amount of raiding guilds that are doing that is drastically dropping because of the stupid release schedule. People are struggling. Like, my guild has tried to, like, team up with another guild to see if we could both, like, combine our raid teams. But then the other guild went through the same problem as we did, and they couldn't get people to turn up to their raids. So it was their guild and our guild, and we both still couldn't get people. And eventually we couldn't even get a full raid team with 2 guilds. It's crazy. But at the start of a new patch, guess what? Everyone comes back. They play it for all of like a month until the next game comes out. And then you're in the steady cycle again. For me personally, like, this whole release schedule that Blizzard has been releasing for World of Warcraft has been absolutely sapping and sucking the enjoyment out of the game for me. And it's been a big problem for me because the satisfaction I get from World of Warcraft is playing with a guild, grinding through a raid, getting all my top gear from Mythic Plus, pushing as hard as I can, getting like all the best enchants, all the best gear, becoming really, really strong, and then smashing through, killing as many Mythic bosses for the season as possible with my guild. Then the next season drops, and I love to do it all over again. But unfortunately, because of how stupid Blizzard are for their release schedule, we aren't getting that chance anymore. We're only getting 1 month. And if you can't do all the content you need to do in 1 month, as many casual guilds can't, you end up just being in a crappy situation of, oh, well, we've got 1 month to push, and then our guild's going to basically be dead for another 5 months until the next patch. And it is so frustrating as a guild master or someone who cares about playing the game with guildies and stuff like that to go through the situation. It's really made it hard to be a guild master, lead a raiding guild. You can recruit to your heart's content, but you're gonna face the same problem. Like, I went through 3 or 4 years of just recruiting people constantly for the same problem. Same problem that occurred, but it was I'd say about Pandaria Remix is where it first started, where they started releasing like crazy amounts of content in World of Warcraft outside of the main retail. And it just completely destroyed the guild. It really has. The guild isn't dead, but it just goes through the times of like peaks and valleys, you know, and it's really frustrating to deal with. That's why my interest in World of Warcraft has greatly waned, because the satisfaction I get from World of Warcraft is two things: playing with friends, doing raiding and Mythic Plus, and then the other thing is gold making. I still do gold making. I still play World of Warcraft and do gold making, but it's no longer the only, like, for me, like, I need a bit more to entertain me. Gold making can be lonely sometimes. So I like to play other games that interest me. And unfortunately, due to like the guild situation, and I think everyone's dealing with the situation, not me. At first, I took it very personal, but then I realized it wasn't that. I realized it's actually Blizzard making these changes, causing this issue, and it's not something I can directly control. It's only something that Blizzard can control. And unfortunately, they are destroying raiding guilds right now. Blizzard are straight up destroying raiding guilds. Like, they are. They're completely destroying raiding guilds. They're making it very, very difficult to run a raiding guild with loyalty, because people don't stick around for it. They want to play the game. Oh, there's something new. Oh, let's try that new thing. Oh, yeah, let's do this. Oh, anniversary event. Oh, let's do that. Like, it's just tons and tons of stuff constantly going on to distract you from actually playing like with guildies. Sounds annoying. I miss the old days of Wrath the Lich King, to be honest. That felt like it gave us tons of time to perfect each raid, gear up an entire guild, then move on. Yeah, exactly. It was so much fun back then. We didn't have the pressure of time. We didn't have the pressure of 101 different things happening constantly and always dealing with just the new stuff coming out and then coming back. And the thing is, once you, like, gamers are very simple. Once there's something new, they play it. They don't want to then go back and play something old. Like, that's dead content to them. They've done it already. Why would they go back and kill the same boss they've already killed? Like, I can't be asked for that. I'll just wait till the next season. Like, that's genuinely what all gamers are feeling like right now. And that's the problem we're facing in World of Warcraft, is this whole release schedule is just crazy. It's too much to deal with. So yeah, I'm looking forward to player housing, but I don't think it's going to fix the problem that we've got in World of Warcraft right now. People are quitting and taking big breaks in World of Warcraft for a simple reason, and it's not really getting fixed, unfortunately. The lack of content in World of Warcraft is crazy right now. Like, in World of Warcraft retail, I'm talking about. There's lots of content in World of Warcraft. There's Season of Discovery, there's Classic Hardcore, there's Plunderstorm, there's all the events that you get constantly in World of Warcraft. There's so much going on, it's just so hard to, like, keep up with it all and still do the stuff you're interested in retail World of Warcraft as well. That's the problem. Now, I love like gold making, so I still do gold making, and I still make content on my gold making YouTube channel. I have a separate YouTube channel now for that. It's called Gaming Hero Guides, and I make all my gold making content on there now, rather than, you know, on my Erosium channel, because, well, I want to take Erosium and like make more content about other games, and not just have it about, you know, World of Warcraft gold making, because in all honesty, the decisions they're making in World of Warcraft right now scare me. Like, I'm deeply scared for the future of World of Warcraft, because of the decisions they are making now. I think are greatly going to impact the longevity of the game going forward. I do. I think it's going to really affect it, and they've got to be really careful about the decisions they're making right now, because I mean, they're encouraging people to take breaks in World of Warcraft rather than stay loyal and play the game long term. It is what it is. So yeah, I'm looking forward to player housing. It's a new system, but I hope it's something that is going to encourage people to stay playing the game longer. And it's not really going to change anything if they keep releasing crazy like schedules, like a month after a new raid, like something new. That's going to detract from World of Warcraft retail. No one's going to stick around long enough to do all of it. They're going to be on to the next thing and on to the next thing and on to the next thing. Just too much.